So if you're lost on where to start any problem in math, if there's units involved, try writing out the goal units. How many minutes per mile? So we want minutes per mile, like this. Okay? They're running 5 kilometers. They tell us they're running 5 kilometers in 20 minutes. So there's two ways you could write that. If you talk to somebody, you could say, hey, I'm better than you, or I ran 5 kilometers in 20 minutes. Look at me, I'm Mr. Fast. Or you could say, hey, in 20 minutes, I ran 5 kilometers. They're the same thing, right? These two fractions are equal to each other. Okay? We're given 20 minutes for 5 kilometers or vice versa. And I'm going to go with this second one because my minutes is in my numerator where I want it. In the denominator, I just have to convert that to miles and then I'm good to go. I think we need to know how many kilometers equals a mile or vice versa. So off screen, I think I know what it is. Nope, I didn't know. There's two ways of looking at it. I think the easiest one is 1.61 kilometers equals 1 mile. Okay, so we want to convert kilometers to have miles in the denominator. So there's two ways I could say this. I could say 1.61 kilometers over 1 mile, or I could flip it the other way around. And actually that's the way I want to do it, is because I want to make, no, this is the way I want to do it. I want to make kilometers disappear. So I'm going to multiply with my conversion factor. I'm going to multiply this by 1.61 kilometers for every 1 mile. That way kilometers cross cancels in the numerator and the denominator. And now I've got minutes in the top and miles in the bottom. The last bit is just to simplify. Multiply straight across the top just like we usually do with fractions. So it's 32.2 minutes for 5 times 1 is 5 miles. Multiply straight across the bottom. I can't do m's. There we go. Okay, so we got our answer almost. We got 32.2 minutes for 5 miles. We just want to know how many minutes per mile. So just do 32.2 divided by 5. Convert that to a decimal. So that's 6.44 minutes per mile. And since 0.44 minutes isn't usually easily converted, you could change that to seconds. Just do 0.44 times 60 seconds in a minute. So that's 6 minutes and 26 seconds per mile is what you'd want to be running. Okay? I wish I could. Okay, question 2. You estimate that you'll average 25 miles per hour when driving across town. Your friend's house is 2.5 miles away. How many minutes is the trip? So the units I want here is minutes. I don't want minutes per mile or anything like that. They give me 25 miles per hour, but I'm going to say this is 1 hour I drive 25 miles. They're equivalent, right? And the way I chose this one is because I want to have time as my final answer. So I want time to be in the numerator. And so one thing I've got to do is I've got to make miles disappear before I can get this by itself. So I can multiply this by what I'm given, is that it's 2.5 miles away. Okay, these miles cross cancel. So I've got 2.5 hours over 25, and the miles units are gone. So if we divide those, that's 0.1. So here it's not minutes, it's 0.1 hours. So it's going to take us 0.1 hours. How many minutes is that? You can use another conversion factor. We got 0.1 hours, but we want things in terms of minutes. So multiply it by a conversion factor. There's 60 minutes for every 1 hour. That way my hours units can cross cancel. So I'm doing 0.1 times 60 divided by 1. And we finally got our answer. It's going to take us 6 minutes. Okay? So it'll take us 6 minutes to get to our friend's house that's 2.5 miles away if we average 25 miles per hour.